Well guys, welcome back to my channel. I genuinely did not think that I would be sitting here making this video right now. Clearly you guys see the title. I am officially 40 weeks pregnant. I am full term. Today that I'm filming this is actually my due date, July 6th, and I have literally had no signs of true active labor. Now this is shocking for several reasons, which I will get into in the video, but y'all, I literally can't, I genuinely thought the last video I put up, the hospital bag video, was the last video I was gonna put up, and within that week I thought he was gonna come. But here we are, still very much pregnant. But with that being said, he literally could come at any point considering how far along I am. So I am gonna try to speed through this video. I don't want to make it too long. You guys know it kills me to be sitting straight up like this, so I don't want to be sitting here forever. Plus I want to be able to get it edited and up for you guys before I really do go into labor. So I'm hoping I can film it, get it edited and up for you guys by tomorrow, which is the 7th. So 9-month bump date, let's get it. So month 9 consists of weeks 36 through 40, which for me ran from the week of June 8th all the way until today, July 6th. Like I said, I really didn't think I was going to even have the chance to film one of these videos, but I still, at week 36, I started jotting down any new symptoms just in case. And what do you know? So anyways, starting around week 36, I started getting, I think I mentioned this last month as well, but I started to get really I'm just hot all the time pretty much, which is very unlike me even in the summertime. But I'm literally hot. I mean, even just a couple nights ago, or was it last night? I don't even know. The air in my room was on 61 degrees, plus a fan, plus the ceiling fan, and I woke up sweating, throwing the covers off, and was like, it's so hot. So yeah, that's definitely different for me, which has also led me to be way more thirsty. I don't know, I would chug a bottle of water and want another one right after, I need it now. Also had a little dry sore throat moment going on around that time. Made me nervous a little bit because all this COVID mess and everything made me nervous there for a second, but it went away. I think it had to do a lot with the thirstiness and my mouth being dry and just all the things, I don't know, but I'm not suffering with it anymore, so there's that. Next, my heartburn and acid reflux has definitely kicked up again. I think I said this last month as well. It kicked up during month 8, but this past month it has kicked into severe overdrive. I mean, I woke up one night, I was literally in a sleep, and I woke up because I felt acid shoot out of my throat while I was sleeping, and I just woke up at it was the weirdest thing. Never had it happen before. And like I said, the heartburn is just insane. It's literally every single night, and it's lasting for longer periods of time. So I'm just at any point when you want to come out, please. Okay, let's see. I marked on here again my severe pelvic pain, which is something I've been dealing with for the last couple months now. But just like the heartburn and stuff, it has kicked up to the point where it's hard for me to even open my legs, even just a smidgen, which, I mean, hello, getting out of bed, getting out of a chair, off the couch, getting in and out of the car, getting in and out of the shower, putting on my clothes. You have to move your legs and stuff. And all of those tasks are so painful to me. I mean, I have to do them. I can't just not do it. And the way I walk now, I walk so slow because it is so painful. Oh my God, it's horrible. Like I've said before, I've never dealt with this type of pain with my other two. With my last pregnancy, I did have some pretty bad tailbone pain there at the end, but it was nothing like this, at all. This, I've mentioned before, it feels literally like my pelvic bones and muscles and all the things are literally ripping apart every time I walk or move or stretch my legs in any way, shape, or form. So yeah, it hasn't been the funnest right up here at the end, but I'm dealing with it. Which also leads me to talk about all the pressure. It kind of goes hand in hand, the pelvic pain and the pressure that I feel. So now there's so much weight. So if you've ever been pregnant before, and once you get so far along, you're not technically supposed to lay on your back, especially not for long periods of time, because when you're laying flat on your back, all the weight of the baby and the fluid and everything is pressing down on some like arteries or something like that. So I do typically lay on my side, which is the only way I can somewhat get comfortable, because I don't ever get comfortable at this point. But whenever I'm laying there on my side for any amount of time and I go to get up, it's so painful. I can feel all the pressure, like of where like he's laying there as I'm laying there, and then we both have to like shift and everything has to shift, and it's just like, ah, my God. I don't know why it's so freaking painful. I don't know if he's just a bigger baby, or because of all the pelvic pain and pressure I have going on, it just hits a little different, or what. But oh my God, it is awful. I've literally never dealt with that with my other two. Which also is, I put on here that I'm peeing more often, which, hello, that's a typical pregnancy symptom. But it's like to the point where even if I just have to pee just a little trickle, my bladder feels like it's absolutely full. Again, from all the weight and the pressure. And that's kind of it for symptoms. But I do want to talk about a little false alarm that I had. On Wednesday, June 24th, I had my 38-week checkup. I was 38 weeks, had my checkup, went in. This was supposed to just be a normal routine checkup, you know, nothing special was supposed to be going on. So I go in, do the normal things that you have to do. But when she got to check my blood pressure was elevated. It was like 140 something over something. And that's not typically like me. My blood pressure typically stays normal. It actually does stay in the 120-ish over 80-ish range. But my blood pressure was up, and because I'm so far along and stuff, you know, obviously that's a concern with anybody, but especially when you're pregnant, especially when you're this far along. And I told her, I was like, listen, I've been going through a lot. Plus I was running late to that appointment. So when I finally got there, I had to park way at the end of the parking lot. So I was trying to hurry up and get inside. And like I said, walking puts me in pain. Pain makes your blood pressure go up as well. Then as I was started to walk, my flip-flops that I had on broke. So here I am, 9 months pregnant, in severe pain, having to walk from the other end of the parking lot. I'm running late for my appointment, so I'm in a rush. I'm just irritated at that point. So by the time I get in the office, I'm pretty sure my blood pressure was a little high, you know what I'm saying? So she was like, well, let's just let you go in the room for a little bit, calm down, and then we'll check it again. So I stayed in the room for, I don't know, maybe 10, 15, 20 minutes. I don't even remember at this point. Came back, she checked it again, and it was still high. It was still in the like 140-ish range over whatever. Also at this appointment, she did check me to see if I was dilated, and I was dilated to a freaking 3 already. 38 weeks pregnant, and then like I said, my blood pressure was up. So because of these two things, she was like, well, just to be safe, we're gonna send you to the hospital, to labor and delivery, to the triage unit for you to get checked out, just to make sure everything's okay. They basically wanted to make sure that I didn't have preeclampsia. Because that could be very dangerous if you've ever heard about it. I'm not going to go into detail about it right here, right now, because a lot of people, if you're watching this, you probably heard about it, but if not, Google it. It can be very dangerous. But she did tell me, she was like, luckily though, you know, you've never had it with any of your other pregnancies, so you may be good. Plus your blood pressure is typically always normal, but because I was full term and I had that high blood pressure, she just wanted to make sure. Plus if I did have it, since I was full term, they were okay with going ahead and just induce me right then, right there, which made me nervous because I didn't want to get induced, and I'll go into that here in a minute as well. So after that, I had to go next door to the hospital, to the labor and delivery floor, and I had to literally, it was like I was in the process of about to have him, because they made me change into the gown, they made me pee in a cup, took my vitals. They even went so far as hooking an IV up in my arm already. I'm like, wait a minute, like I thought I'm just here for testing. Why are you hooking an IV in my arm already? What is going on? And then the nurse was like, this is just in case you do wind up having to stay and get induced, we won't have to stick you again. And I'm thinking, well, can we just like wait on that? Like if I have to stay, then can you do that, you know? Because again, I didn't want to get induced. So when they started hooking me up to everything, I'm like, can y'all calm down? Wait a minute. what is going on? So anyways, long story short, they wound up doing a bunch of different tests. They hooked me up to a blood pressure cuff because they wanted to monitor my blood pressure for X amount of time. I don't know. So they did that. Again, I left a urine sample. They took my blood. They also hooked baby up to the fetal monitor so they can monitor his heartbeat. And they also did an ultrasound. Like, I wound up being there for like, I don't know, 5 or 6 hours total. I was pissed. Well, I was pissed because I was already in a bad mood when I went to my appointment because of what had happened. Then that was only supposed to be an appointment. I got there thinking I'm going to go here, be here 30-45 minutes and go home. No, I got there, was there 30-45 minutes, then had to go next door and was at the hospital for like another 4 to 5 hours on top of that. I was so mad. But long story short, clearly everything checked out. I passed all my tests and everything, so I didn't have to get induced. But during that process, she had told me, like, if anything comes back funky or if you fail in any of these tests, go ahead and be prepared because we'll be having a baby today. Like, I wasn't going to be able to leave, and I was really anxious because, like I said, I wasn't prepared for that. I didn't have my hospital bag. I didn't have the baby's car seat. And more than that, I was alone because, again, I had literally went to my doctor's appointment, which nobody can go with you at this time with all this stuff going on. So I was by myself. I had no plan in action for my other 2 kids because, again, they were just being watched while I went to my doctor's appointment. You know what I'm saying? And it was just like, wow. It was just too much. So I was very anxious, started getting upset, but then I had to calm myself down because I'm like, girl, they're monitoring your blood pressure here. You better calm yourself down before it spikes up. And that's not what you want if you're trying to go home. So, like I said, everything checked out. My urine, blood, ultrasound, all the tests that they run came back normal. There's no preeclampsia, thank God. And everything was fine. So I didn't have to be induced. Hallelujah. And I got to go home. But I was like, oh, thank goodness I got to go home, but baby's probably going to be coming before this weekend was out because I'm already 3 centimeters. You know what I'm saying? No. And then after that appointment, I had to follow up in like literally 2 days because they wanted to check my blood pressure again. And she said, be prepared because if it's up, you're going. And I went in 2 days later after that little false alarm just to get my blood pressure checked, and it was normal. It was actually like 118 over something. That was crazy. I just tried to tell the lady, like, listen, I typically don't have high blood pressure. I was just, it was a stressful day, okay? I've had a stressful like last several months, all right? It just had a moment that day, and unfortunately it showed negatively through my blood pressure. So then the following week, on July 2nd, I had my 39-week appointment. Because everything checked out fine the previous week, this was just a normal, regular old appointment. But I had to wind up seeing a different doctor because my doctor was, I can't remember if she was double booked or she was on call. I don't remember. But I had to wind up seeing a different doctor. It was a male doctor. I'd only seen him once before then. And I didn't wind up getting checked again for dilation at that appointment because his nurse that checked my blood pressure was like, do you want to be checked today? And I was like, I mean, I'm sure, yes. I don't know, I do, but then I don't because I don't really know him like that, even though it don't really matter. But I was a 3, so I kind of want to know if I progressed, but then I don't really. She's like, well, it's totally up to you. You plan on getting induced or you trying to let him come on his own? I'm like, well, I'm trying to let him come on his own. She was like, well, if you're trying to let him come on his own, then there's no reason to be checked unless you just absolutely want to be. I was like, well, okay, fine then. I won't get checked. It's a new doctor. I was 3 centimeters last week anyway, so there's no way I'm making it through this weekend, you know? So I didn't get checked. And here we are. Had I known I was to be pregnant right now, I probably would have just sucked it up and like, you know what? Yeah, please check me. But I really did not think I would still be pregnant at this point. Because it's been 2 weeks and because of all the pain I've been in, I really don't think I'm still at a 3. I probably am at least a 4, 4.5. I gotta be. Maybe even more, I don't know. I don't think I'm no higher than a 5 though, because I think once you get so far, like contractions gotta come at some point. But I'm at least a 4, 4.5. I gotta be. And then the fact that this is my 3rd baby, like I just knew that he was gonna come on out, but nope. still nothing. Obviously I'm still getting my Braxton Hicks here and there, but they're still so spaced out and sporadic. Therefore, have not started true active labor yet, and it just still is blowing my mind. And after hearing all this, I'm pretty sure it's blowing some of your guys' mind as well. But yeah, that's it. I will talk about why I don't really want to get induced. It's not some long crazy reason, but I did say I was mentioning it to you guys because some of you are probably wondering why, like, why haven't you gotten induced yet? And like, why don't you want to? Well, I hadn't gotten induced yet, basically because of what I just told you guys. Everything that had happened, and I didn't think I would still be pregnant at this point, so I'd never set anything up. But also because, you know, this is my last pregnancy. I was induced with my last son, and I actually chose that because I was in pain with him. It was just tailbone pain. But now looking back after dealing with this, I wish I wouldn't have gotten induced with him. But this time around, because this is my last pregnancy, I really wanted to just enjoy and embrace this pregnancy and let things happen on their own, even though 2020 has far from let me enjoy anything about it. Yeah, clearly can't control anything that's happened in 2020, but what I could control, or at least I thought, was the choice of whether or not I wanted to get induced or let him come on his own. And obviously I chose let him come on his own. That is why, for the ones asking, girl, if you're in that much pain, why the heck haven't you just gotten induced yet? I would have been done. Yeah, probably if this was my first or second, then I probably would have. Or if I knew I was gonna have more, then maybe I'd go ahead and do it. But like I said, because this was my last, I'm like, I really just want to just let it happen, you know? Let my body do what it's made to do, you know? But it's getting to the point now where, like I said, the pain is almost too unbearable. I literally cried walking this morning, I believe it was. Just walking. I was crying because I was in pain. Like, that's how bad it is. So I just pray that he decides to come on his own so I don't have to get induced. But I will say, if I make it to my appointment this coming week, which is, I don't know, Wednesday or Thursday of this week, I can't remember, but if I make it to that appointment, I will be scheduling an induction for as soon as I can. Guys, oh my gosh, I almost forgot to do a bump shot again. I'm pretty sure I did this in my last video as well. The pregnancy brain and the mind fog is real, okay? But let's do it. Here we are, folks. Just big and wide for no reason. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, definitely has grown even since the last video, I believe. Although I can't tell if he's just went more this way down or more this way. Probably a little bit of both. Either way, son, I'm starting to stretch a little too much now. I don't think I can stretch any further. My weight has hit a peak that I didn't want to hit. And yeah, I'm gonna need you to come on out now. Thank you, please, sir. Yeah. There's the big old 9-month 40-week bump. And actually, for those of you that didn't know, even though you should be able to do math, you're technically pregnant for a total of 10 months. So I don't know why they always stick to this 9-month thing, because it's technically 10 months. I have literally been pregnant since last year. Anyways, that's pretty much it. Before I start getting emotional, I'm going to go ahead and cut this off. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and start editing it right away for you guys so I can, like I said, be able to hopefully get it up for tomorrow. So, a poll. What do you guys think? Do you think he will wind up coming on his own, like here within the next couple of days? Or do you think that I'm gonna have to wind up being induced? I really don't know. It's hard to say. I would like to think that, oh, he's gonna come, my water's gonna break, or my contractions are gonna start here in the next day or so. I would like to think that. But again, I thought I would have been and had him by now. So I really don't know. But let me tell you, whenever it does start, whether I go naturally or get induced, I really feel like it's going to go quick because of the fact of I'm already getting close to the halfway point of dilation, I'm pretty sure. Plus the fact that it is my third child. Whenever he's time to come out, I think he's gonna shoot on out. But it's just a matter of getting there. Also, how much do you guys think he's going to weigh? It's another question I want to ask. Before this, because I thought he would have came out like 2 weeks ago, I was gonna say I think he would be about, you know, a little over 7 pounds, 7.5 pounds, something like that. But now that I am 40 weeks, still pregnant, still don't know when he's going to come, pretty sure he's gonna be over 8 pounds. Probably well over 8 pounds. So yeah, definitely gonna need an ice pack afterwards. I'm pretty sure about it. Anyways, yeah, let me go because I'm starting to ramble. I said I want to get this video up. I am going to get it up, and hopefully baby boy will be here really soon. What are the odds? Like, what if I just like go into labor after I upload this? Like, what the heck? So yeah, wish me luck, send me prayers, and stay tuned, because at this point he has no choice but to be here soon. No matter which way he has to come out, he's coming soon, very soon. So thank you for watching, and I'll see ya in the next one.